Hi, everybody. I'm Tony Revis along with Rich Gonzalez on the way to Portland Meadows for the 6th Annual Nike Cross Nationals. And, Rich, today we look at the Heartland Regionals, and that is at the Yankton Trails Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And the states involved: Iowa, Kansas, Minnesota, Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. And we had on the boys' side, Eden Prairie, Minnesota takes the title with 61 points over Wayzata of Minnesota, 74, but it was Aaron Bartnick from Minnesota of Eden Prairie leading his team to that championship.
Yeah, it was a bit of a rematch from the Minnesota State meet, and that one, it was actually the same outcome. You know, Wayzata was going to try and go ahead and pull a bit of an upset here in a sense, but that didn't necessarily happen. Bartnick really got the whole performance going with the individual victory. Actually came out a bit reserved early on in the race, closed very well over the last 3/4 of a mile to help pull out the victory for the team.
Yeah, he only won by 4 seconds, but he didn't take the lead till after the 1 mile mark. And we've seen in other regionals that people like to go out very hard, other people like to take it a little bit easier. But here at the Heartland region, it was Eden Prairie, Wayzata. Those are teams we've seen before in Portland.
Yeah, they're hoping also it's a bit of a microcosm for their whole season in general. Coming into the Nike Cross National Series in postseason, the feeling around the country from a lot of people is that the Heartland region is not quite as strong as some of the other regions. But we've seen some nice peaking from these squads of late, and they're hoping to go ahead and pull some surprises at the national meet at Portland.
Now we move on to the girls' competition, and this is sort of a repeat business here. We've got these two young ladies, like Katie Flood and Ashley Decker, and they have been waging a 3-year duel here at the Nike Cross Nationals Heartland Regionals, and it's just pretty amazing. Katie Flood in 17-19 takes it by 2 seconds over Ashley Decker this year, but you look back at the competition in 2007, it was Flood over Decker. In 2008, it was Decker over Flood, and now Flood back to the top in 2009.
It's great. The first time around, Flood actually won by a large margin when the favor was returned last year. It was much closer, and this time a narrow victory. Not only a victory, but also a course record. Great battle continues. We'll see it continue again in Portland, no doubt. And these girls are hopefully trying to go ahead and lead some strong performances for the whole region in general.
Yeah, and with Flood and Decker leading the way, Dowling Catholic of Iowa takes the Heartland region with 105 points over Elk River, Minnesota with 119. And yet Flood and Decker had a little bit more help this year because last year they took 3rd place in the regional because they were just too top-heavy.
Right. Dowling Catholic is not quite as strong up front as you mentioned, but team-wise, this is a better squad, 1 through 5, 1 through 7. This is a group that matches up quite well and is hoping to go ahead and defeat some of these teams from around the region we've been reading so much about on the internet, just around in terms from the Northeast, from the Southwest, from California, obviously Jesuit from the Northwest. There's talent all over the place, and Dowling Catholic is coming on a mission in Portland to try and go ahead and take down some of these national powers.
We shall see them in Portland. Hope to see you there as well.